non-restrictive clauses, and these two are types. These two are the types of relative clauses. Okay, and both of them, restrictive clause is a relative clause, and non-restrictive clause is also a relative clause. And there are two types of relative clauses. The first one is restrictive clause, or we also call it a defining clause. And the second one is non-restrictive clause, or we also call it non-defining clause. Now, uh, restrictive clause is the clause which identifies the person or thing that is being referred. Only one word or a noun or word, you may call it a word or a noun. So only one noun is being referred by such clauses. If you look at this sentence, the letter that I wrote yesterday was lost. Was lost. What is the clause over here? A relative clause that I wrote yesterday, and this clause is referring back to the word that is found right behind this before this clause letter. It is a noun, a single word, noun. Okay, and this word or this noun is being referred by a relative clause. That's why we say that this relative clause which is referring to this noun is called restrictive clause or defining clause because it is referring to a noun. Second one is non-restrictive clause. These are very easy. Okay, these are very easy to understand. The second one is a non-restrictive clause. A non-restrictive clause is a clause which provides additional information about a noun. Okay, and they are usually written inside the commas. This inside in sentence, the non-restrictive clause is written inside the comma. Remember, whenever you will use a relative clause and it gives additional information about a noun, okay, it is not simply referring to, it is not indicating the noun, or it is not simply referring to only, but it is providing it contains some additional information about the noun also. Such relative clause is called non-defining clause or non-restrictive clause. For example, the sentence, look at the sentence. The principal who liked order was shocked and angry. The relative clause in this sentence is who liked order. Okay, and it is providing us some information that the principal, that the principal likes orders. Okay, so he this relative clause is providing, since this relative clause is providing additional information about a noun, that's why we say that this relative clause is non-restrictive or non-defining clause. Okay, keep this in mind. And remember that whenever you find a relative clause in a sentence which is providing additional information about a noun which is referred by it, then that relative clause is called non-restrictive and it is written inside the commas. And remember one more point, okay, that if you remove it from the sentence will give complete sense. You got it? It will give complete sense. The principal was shocked and angry. Okay, that's it. Now you have an exercise and the types of clauses. Look at the following sentences and explain whether the relative clause in each sentence is restrictive or non-restrictive. That's it.
Sir,
Yeah.
we've done this.
Yes, you have done it.
Yes, sir.
Did we discuss it?
Yes, sir, we discussed.
Okay, fine. Now, we'll move to page number 125. I think I gave you this question to write, isn't it? Like you were supposed to read these two paragraphs and find out like which paragraph is simply telling you, giving you the information, and which paragraph is showing something. Do you understand this? Page number 125. Boys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What about others? Like one or two boys are responding. Okay, did I ask you to read these both paragraphs and find out which paragraph is showing and
Yes,
which is
sir.
telling? So did you get it? Like which one is showing and which is telling something?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? Like telling means telling and showing. What is the difference between tell and show? I told you the other day, if you remember. Who can tell me what is the difference between tell and show?
So tell is something which like we can hear from our ears, and show is something which they show us from our eyes.
Can you elaborate show? Like what do you mean by show? Showing.
Like, sir, if I am telling that my English book is green and blue colored, so it's telling, and if I uh, bring the book and show you, so it's showing.
Exactly. Show is that you give the examples, the practical examples also. Okay. Telling is only, yeah, this is very good example that you if you will tell about the book that okay these are the features of this book, or if you will show it to someone, you will bring it physically and show it to someone, that is like practically showing to someone. Okay, and he experiences it by himself or by herself. And similarly, for example, if you're talking about the beauty of a person, beauty of a place, and you just say that that place is very beautiful, this is only that you are telling him, but you will show through words when you will talk in detail and you will give some examples. You will talk about the greenery of that area. You will talk about the beautiful trees, the blooming flowers, running waters, and high hills, and different other things, which create a clear picture of the thing, of that place in the mind of the reader. That is like you are showing through your words. Okay? You're not just claiming it, you're not just saying it. Tell means to say only, and show means to prove it also, to prove your claim. Okay? To show is the best option instead of telling. Whenever you talk, you should not tell. You should show also. Like whenever you claim something, you should give examples of it. Examples must be given. So, what do you think? Paragraph A is telling or showing, and paragraph B is telling or showing. You can read it now and tell me which one you think is telling which paragraph and which paragraph is showing.
Sir, I think A is showing and B is telling.
Yes, A is showing and B is telling. Very good. That's it. Okay, now we will move to the workbook. Take out your workbooks. Workbook page number 62. Workbook page number 62. A very easy question is given on the page 62 of workbook. The first page is about relative pronouns only. Okay, and you know them like who, whom, whose, that, which, when, where. These are the relative pronouns. In question number one, he says complete the following sentences by adding the correct relative pronouns only. And as he told you that and which are used for the people, and rest of them are used for the people, that and which are used for the things when you are referring to, when the relative clause refers to a thing or a thing. Okay, you will use that and which. And when it is referring to a person or people, then you will be using who, whom, whose, where, and like that. Now, when is used for the places, sorry, time, and where is used for the places. So you will fix these relative pronouns in these given 6 sentences. In question number 2, he asks you write 3 sentences using different relative pronouns In each case, identify the relative pronoun by circling or underlining it. First, you will make three sentences and you will have to use the relative pronouns, any three relative pronouns. Okay, by using any three relative pronouns, create sentences, three sentences, and in every sentence you are supposed to underline or circle the relative pronoun which you think is the relative pronoun you have used. Okay, do it now. Solve it. I'm stopping the recording here. Solve it now.